Tonight, a possible Verizon strike could cause employees to quit as early as tomorrow. And a crime alert has one Henrico restaurant worried while police search for a suspect still at large in an armed robbery.
And we have mostly clear skies around the area tonight. Temperatures slowly but surely cooling down. We're 83 degrees in Richmond. I've got your complete forecast coming up on the Fox News at 10.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us. Richmond police now working to solve a shooting that happened right in the middle of the day near Mosby Court. Curtis McLeod starts us off tonight speaking with witnesses and has the latest information.
Yeah, Mike, still a lot of mystery surrounding this shooting. Richmond police say they got on the scene in the 1500 block of Coulter Street around 2:30 this afternoon. They tell us a man was shot in the leg, but his injuries appear to be non-life threatening. I did have a chance to speak with a woman who was sitting on her brother's front porch when those shots rang out. Here's what she has to say about what happened.
And the gunshot just came closer and closer. So my brother told me, go in the house. Pow, 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 pow.
But it shouldn't be like that, because we all need to get along. We should get along together, just, be together and stop all this nonsense.
Now, police say the victim is not cooperating, but witnesses say they saw a black vehicle fleeing the scene. If you have any information that can help police solve this case, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. That number 804-780-1000. Curtis McLeod, Fox News at 10.
Okay, Curtis, a crime alert in Henrico's West End to tell you about, where police are trying to track down a suspect in an armed robbery that happened at a Pizza Hut. Police say just after 11 last night, a man carrying a handgun walked into the Pizza Hut right in the 9000 block of Quioccasin Road. They say he demanded cash from a store employee, then took off. And as soon as we learn more information, we'll be sure to pass that on to you. And we're still working to learn more about the condition of a man now fighting for his life at VCU Medical Center. Police tell us that a car was speeding when it ran off the road, hitting a tree on Richmond Road just east of the New Kent-James City County line. We do know 47-year-old James Cowles was killed in that crash. We're told neither of the people in the car were wearing seatbelts. And right now, Henrico police are on the hunt for a motorcyclist who took off during a routine traffic stop. Officers say they tried to pull the biker over near Diane Lane around 10 last night, but instead he got out of there pretty quickly. Pursuit began and eventually ended up on Cavendish Lane as we zoom in here. The driver got off of his bike, ran into somebody's yard and hopped a fence, and he is still on the run tonight. Well, supporters of the Confederate flag continue to hit the streets, this time in the east end of Henrico. Organizers calling it the Heritage Not Hate Ride. These Confederate flag motorcades started popping up, of course, after pictures surfaced online of the accused Charleston church shooter, Dylan Roof, waving the flag, setting off protests across the country. Flag supporters insist they are not racist, just honoring their heritage. Aside from that goal, flaggers say today they are actually collecting donations for another cause dear to their hearts, local food banks.
Just wanted to make it a little extra special. We just wanted to, collect something from a little bit of everybody that came out here and give something to the less fortunate of the state of Virginia.
Just yesterday, a federal judge ruled the rebel flag can be removed from future Virginia license plates. However, he opted to decide later on whether to revoke existing plates. Supporters have planned a march for tomorrow on Bermuda Crossroad Lane in Chester. Well, summer flying by pretty fast. You may not believe it, but most local kids will be heading back to school in just over a month. Parents had a little help getting prepared today in Henrico at the 3rd annual School Rocks Backpack Giveaway at this Verizon store right on Staples Mill. Each of the 400 participating stores donated 200 backpacks full of supplies. They're hoping to donate 100,000 backpacks nationwide. All leftover backpacks will be donated to local schools. Also staying in Henrico, it's not every day you get to see a water rescue raft up close like here. The same goes for police robots and the BMW bikes used by HPD. Well, this was all part of the 2nd annual Henrico Community Day. The second because they tried it out last year for the community, having a block party with first responders, and it was so successful, well, today they brought it back for an encore.
It's another opportunity for people to see the type of equipment we use, interact and meet with firemen, policemen, and it's the big kickoff for National Night Out Against Crime, which is this coming Tuesday night.
And National Night Out isn't just a Henrico event. Police will be walking through neighborhoods, meeting people across Virginia and the nation. You can check with local law enforcement to see when and where it's happening in your neck of the woods. Well, loved ones of the Lyon sisters coming together to remember the two little girls at a vigil in Bedford County tonight. The vigil comes more than 40 years after Catherine and Sheila Lyon disappeared. Lloyd Welch is now charged with the abduction and murder of both girls. Now, just this week, police started digging on Taylor's Mountain in Bedford County. That's where the Welches once owned property, but it's unclear if that operation is related to the case. And a somber gathering in Atlanta as family and friends said goodbye to Bobby Christina Brown. Police and more than a dozen state troopers were on hand to manage traffic at the scene. Atlanta's mayor was among the many people paying their respects. Bobby Christina died Sunday in hospice care just 6 months after she was found unresponsive in a bathtub. The 22-year-old was the only child of Bobby Brown and the late Whitney Houston. And a firefighter from South Dakota loses his life battling a wildfire in California. 38-year-old David Rule vanished Thursday in one of the national forests that are having those wildfires. Crews recovered his body Friday morning. Officials have not released an official cause of death yet. The blaze he was battling had burned 800 acres by Friday night. Rule leaves behind a wife and 2 children. Coming up, the wizard world of Comic-Con, where to go to see your favorite superheroes and sci-fi icons in one place this weekend. And after 31 days of riding, a group of cyclists finished recreating their favorite book. That's next on Fox News at 10.